He was there to meet me, took me into his private office, and he sat down with his arms like this on the desk. And he said, "Mr. Hawkins, we really appreciate your desire to come back into the Air Force, but it's just not going to happen." Before I had a chance to say anything, he just leaned forward and went for the kill shot. "There's just no way you're getting back into the Air Force." And then he held his stare to let me know that our meeting was over. He basically just wanted to tell me to stop bothering his recruiters. So I thanked him for his time. I stood up and I walked out. And down the elevator, I felt silly because you'd think that I would have been crushed. But I felt like his opinion didn't matter. Like for some reason, it didn't apply to me. And I remember walking through the lobby and seeing myself in the reflection of the doors going outside. And I actually had a bit of a smile on my face. It may have been a smirk because, again, I felt like for some reason I had one up on him because of the way I was thinking, like this just doesn't apply to me. It just can't be. It can't be. So I called Tina and I told her what had happened. And Tina had never doubted me before. She'd always stood behind me and supported me. But now there was a little hesitation in her response. There was a little fear and concern in there that hadn't been there before. And I felt it like a weight on my back. Tina had put aside finishing her master's degree. She had planned to go on to become a PsyD, earn her doctorate in psychology so she could become a marriage and family therapist and help people. She put that aside to stay home and raise our baby daughter. And she was completely dependent on me now. And I knew that she had wanted to be a military spouse for the security and also the ability to travel the world and see new places and do new things. And now she was starting to feel that that was threatened. And that weighed heavy on me. Even though she got to be a mom, she loved being a new mom. But I imagined she wasn't thinking about the time when she'd be a new mom and struggling to buy cute little outfits for her baby girl, or that she would be strapping her into a car seat into the same car that she drove when she was in high school, the one with rattling motor mounts. And I'm sure she didn't imagine mixing 2.5% with powdered milk to make it last longer. Before we married, Tina had purpose and vision. She had a vision that was going to separate her from her childhood, from the life that she had growing up. And now she had stress headaches from a husband who wouldn't even consider any other career options because he always said that backup plans were for quitters. So now that life that she dreamed of that would take her away from her childhood was in jeopardy. Tina's parents wanted us to fail. That's how we felt anyway. When it comes to Tina's mom, let's just say she wouldn't have been my first pick of mothers to raise my future wife. But Tina did learn to cook from a young age with the sound of soap operas in the background coming from her mother's room. When Tina moved into the college dorms for her sophomore year, her mom took her house key away from her and told her that she was forbidden from putting wear and tear on the washer and dryer. Her dad took back the jumper cables he had given her for her old car. He was a simple man who preferred to walk around in his large yard and take in the beauty of the trees. It was easier just to leave his 3 daughters to the demands of his wife rather than get involved in any of that. And when Tina began therapy as a college freshman, she learned that her mother's behavior was consistent with those who are jealous of their children, which made sense because I'd never heard her mom ever say anything complimentary to Tina, even though she had plenty of things to choose from to give her a compliment on. And when Tina's parents held our beautiful little baby girl, who was their first grandchild, they held her as if they were inspecting a piece of fruit at the store. And while she was admittedly a very ornery baby, Tina always held her with nothing but absolute tender love and care. Our baby was always fed and clean and taken care of. The house was immaculate and inviting. She did so much for others. She always put her own needs last. And this just really increased the pressure for me to provide for her and to give her everything that she deserved. So here I am, 25 years old with a new baby and a wife that just absolutely deserves the world. And someone in authority told me I won't be allowed to get that for them. And that's chapter 7. I hope you'll come back to see the bold plan that I come up with that completely shatters military protocol. Thanks for watching.